If you are new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Well, we have a number of questions that have come in on the program via social media platforms. Adam asked, I have rhubarb plants that was planted just over a year ago. The plants have bolted or gone to seed already. Do I need to worry? I'm not wasting. I wasn't planning on picking any of the stalks this year, but next year. My question: should I cut back the bolted seed stalks or leave them alone? I'm not picking any again this year.
You can cut it down to the crown.
Yeah, the seed stalk. We've had this happen to us.
I think it's partially because we had that weird winter.
Yeah.
Or the long winter, and because it seems to be like a lot of people's rhubarbs are bolting at this point. So you can certainly cut it down to the crown.
Just that stalk. Yeah.
A couple inches above the crown.
Right. Just the seed stalk. Not a problem. Let's see. Another question here. I came to your talk in Brookfield Public Library a couple of months ago. Here are some questions that I have for you. I have a small garden, so I can't really rotate my crops. My tomatoes are always suffering from blight, starting on the lower leaf branches and working its way up through the plant. Did you say cornmeal on the soil will help, and how much and anything else should I do? I do not and will not use chemicals.
Sure. So you want to take a handful of whole grain yellow cornmeal. So not the super cheap stuff, not like the Jiffy stuff.
Not the El Cheapo you bought on sale.
You want to buy the whole grain blend cornmeal, and then what you do is you take a handful of it and put it on the base of the plant, and then you want to put some mulch over it, whether that be leaves or straw, something to help prevent that soil splash up onto the leaves.
And you can do that right now. And then the bottom 6 to 8 inches, obviously maybe some of our tomato plants are very small, but we want to trim any leaves, number one, that look damaged or infected with blight or other diseases. Trim them off. Right now, probably 2 or 3 inches, or anything from the canopy that can be touching the ground. We want to clean that up to prevent any of that splash up of soil on the leaves. Again, that mulch is going to help, but we want to clean those damaged leaves up as we're setting right now. Best fertilizer that you can use for your tomatoes. Any all-purpose fertilizer is...
like a 10-10-10, something within that range.
We use Sustain.
Yeah.
We also use Purple Cow Organics. They have a line of fertilizer as well.
The biggest thing is that no matter what you use organic fertilizer. You want to follow the directions, so don't think
a little is good, a lot must be better.
It's better. No, you don't. You want to avoid that. So definitely, all-purpose fertilizer, something like a 10-10-10, and go ahead and just make sure you're following the directions.
We use a 464 from Sustain. We also use an 824 from Sustain, and Blue Mel's Landscape and Garden Center carries both of them at their place there, West Loomis Road. Another question is there a way to keep birds from stealing my fruit without using a net, which can be harmful to the birds? The birds can get tangled up in the netting and prevent the plants from the birds from getting tangled up. Netting is really the only thing. The other thing is you can use like a bird feeder, bird bath, and put it next to or close to the area for where the grapes are, the cherries, or whatever the berries are. They'll distract them that way. That's another way. That was, and also grapes work. Becca from Las Vegas asked a question similar to that in regards to how to keep the birds from eating the grapes on that.
Bannon asked, in flower gardening, you pinch the flowers or deadhead flowers based on the variety in order to encourage more flowers to develop. My spinach is going to seed, going to flower. Can I pinch the flowers off the seed head and to encourage the plant to grow more leaves rather than flowers? Well, this question can be related to leaf lettuce, bok choy, other cool weather crops in that family. And the answer is simply no. You could do that, but here's the problem. Once the plant has already began its reproductive state or begin to bolt, put that center stalk on and begin to put flowers on, the leaves are extremely bitter and almost inedible for human consumption. The best thing to do is either pull it up or allow the plant to go through the cycle of saving seed to seed production in order for you to save seeds. Radishes, on the other hand, they will produce a flower and then a seed pod. That seed pod in the green state is edible. Once allowed to dry, it almost turns into like a cardboard state where the seeds are in the pod, and those can be saved and replanted. But yeah, once these plants go to seed, the bitterness is too strong. And herbs, on the other hand, if they're going to seed, basil is one of this category. You can pinch the flowers off, and it doesn't affect the flavor. You can continue to get it to continue to put leaf structure on. But again, you want to keep these things hydrated. The herbs in that instance, there's a couple of reasons why they would go to flower. Stress and drought is one of them. But on the spinach, no, you're pretty much done on that. Replant it in the fall. How deep of a container do I need for bush beans? I have some space on the patio that I would like to grow bush beans in. Well, a container of at least 6 inches in depth would be good enough. 9, 10, 12 would be even better. The plants need a lot of root space, but again, 6 inches will work. The more soil you have in a container, the slower or the more time it takes for the soil to dry out. The smaller the mass of soil you have in a container, the quicker it will dry out, and you most likely or potentially can forget to water, and then your plants will die because you haven't watered it. So keep that in mind. Let's see here. Will rhubarb grow on a hill that I can just walk up and pick it? Looking for a good perennial plant that will fill the side of the hill. Well, this would work great. Yeah, rhubarb will work phenomenal on a side of a hill. You don't have to mow it. The hill, if you have enough rhubarb. There's other perennial plants in which you can grow berries, that type of thing. If you've got more of a kind of partial shade area, berries like that a little bit better than the full sun. But that works great. That saves you from trying to continue to plant and replant annuals like tomatoes or peppers or something on the hill. But rhubarb works very, very well. Chad J79 commented on one of the videos that we put out, the in-studio video of the radio program. He says, thank you for all the informational videos that you put out. I listen to you online every Saturday morning here in DeForest, Wisconsin, and watch all of your videos. Well, we greatly appreciate that, and hope that you take some of what we are offering and able to apply it to your particular growing area. No matter where you're at in the country or world, we're here to provide information. We make the mistakes so you don't have to. Thank you for checking out the Wisconsin Vegetable Gardener Radio Show. For more, go to the WisconsinVegetableGardener.com for full-length in-studio video and podcast replay of Season 1. Season 2 underway and added weekly. Tweet us at TWVG Show or hashtag TWVG to be part of the program.